All right, Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rabakakwadash, double honor to the apostles, a great millstone who do well. Peace, love, and blessings also to your brothers on highways and byways, giving all diligence to make your call and election sure. And also blessings to the very few sisters out there that are listening, learning, and believing. I am that fellow Kanakla coming at you once again. Another lesson, Lord's will through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai's lessons edifying and exhorting. All right, and just get into basically the wicked elites, their agenda, order out of chaos. As you see, society is rapidly breaking down. Okay, for a few examples, we can come back to this tab here. You see, Salakia, let me reboot this. Bear with me one sec. All right, there we go. You can see the end of the dollar. Brazil China strike trade deal agreement to ditch US dollar. Then you got the Saudi Arabia, basically the #1 exporter of oil. Okay, they're also in talks of trading their oil in the Chinese yuan. Okay, Russia and China also about to do trade deals with the dollar. Okay, so a lot of things are taking place in the collapse of this monetary system. All right, and just, not just that alone, but Esau is going to have his other tactics or other events that's going to take place. This is going to be very dramatic. The scriptures speak about a time like no other. If I can get that real fast. All right, this is a scripture we always bring out because we're so close to this point. Okay, and we can see it. Us, the seers, all right, Lord willing, we're part of the elect. We can see how bad these times are going to get. It says the time of the end is Daniel 12:1 says, and at that time shall Michael stand up. The great prince was standing for the children of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, okay, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. Okay, and there's been very bad times throughout history, but the scriptures speak about a time like no other. The end, all right, the end of the world. And when I say world, I mean an age, okay, the end of an age, all right, the end of a rule, the end of Esau, Edom's rule. All right, it says, and at that time thy people shall be delivered, but we're going to be delivered in the midst, okay? Everyone that shall be found written in the book. All right, so this is already preordained, predestinated, all right? The election, who's going to be saved, okay? Let's see what the NIV says. It says at that time, Michael, the great prince who protects your people, will arise. There will be a time of distress, such as has not happened from the beginning of nations until then. But at that time, your people, everyone whose name is found written in the book, will be delivered. Okay, so just this alone, this collapse of this society, is going to bring in a lot of chaos. Okay, it says Brazil and China have reportedly struck a deal to ditch the U.S. dollar in favor of their own currencies and trade transactions. Okay, so you see this system is being brought down because Esau is ushering his digital society. Revelation 13:6. All right, where you will have to receive his technology underneath your skin. Okay, so one topic I wanted to hit real fast is this. All right, we can go back to Revelation chapter 12. Is it 12? No, it was 2. Salakia. Revelation chapter 2. All right, but let's get back into this martial law. Yo, I'm doing a video in here. Martial law, which is all this chaos that's going to take place when there's no food in the grocery store and no jobs, people rioting, looting, complete civil unrest, civil wars. Got the elections coming up. Okay, so what's happening is he's creating as much chaos as possible, and it's a term we always bring out: order out of chaos. Let's get that real fast. Order of chaos, Latin. Norvis ordo seclorum, exactly. Norvis ordo seclorum. All right, order out of chaos. What's order out of chaos mean? Out of chaos. Let's see. Something real fast. Yep, as you can see here, he got it all right here. All right, on the back of your dollar bill, the New World Order, and that's how they will establish their New World Order. And order out of chaos translate, as you can see here, Norvis ordo seclorum. Okay, so you can see this is already an agenda. They have it on the back of their money. And I just typed in order out of chaos in the Latin. Norvis ordo seclorum. Okay, the all-seeing eye. All right, so this is an agenda that had already been planned, but here it is now. We're at the end, and is now speaking. Okay, but let's go back. Let's go back for a minute. Secession. Not giving much on here, but the point being is that you see all this chaos. You got what it is. You got so-called extreme climates, the collapse of the monetary system, inflation, stagflation, no jobs. Esau is going to send forth his troops. Okay, and as you see, martial law. Martial law involves a temporary substitution of military authority for civilian rule and is usually invoked in the time of war. All right, and what do we have? They see, and they're basically coming out on mainstream media saying basically war with China is inevitable, war with Russia is inevitable. They have increased their defense budget by, I think, billions to prepare war for China and Russia. These superpowers. It says rebellion. All right, and there's going to be much rebellion. All right, when the system collapses and people are in distress. It says, or natural disaster, when martial law is in effect, the military commander of an area or country has unlimited authority to make and enforce laws. Okay, so you remember the 19 movement. I think it was in 2020 that happened. Let's see. Let me show you something. It says when martial law is in effect, it displaces the civilian government with military rule. Military commanders, not elected officials. All right, so this is key right here. Not elected officials. Remember your boy Doctor, I don't want to say his name, starts with an F, I believe ends with an I. Okay, and your boy Hill Gates, you know what I'm talking about. They were not elected officials. Okay, but why were they able to make rules? Okay, because you were under MEDICAL, martial law. Okay, that's what you were under. Is right here. You were under what's the word I want to look? I'll just spell it out again. You were under MEDICAL, martial law, because elected officials, your boy, I'm gonna say Mossy, he was basically giving rules what we can do. He was making laws. All right. Okay. It says soldiers, not local police, enforce laws, and ordinary citizens accused of defying martial law might face military tribunals, like it, instead of civilian courts. Defend your rights. Okay, so you won't have, under martial law, you won't have a basically a fair trial in court. Okay, because all that stuff is done. All right. Let's see. Martial law involves temporary substitution of military authority for civilian rule and is usually invoked in a time. All right, we already read that. There was a few more things I wanted to get to. That was pretty much it. But there was another one where I found where basically the Constitution is suspended, okay, in martial law. All right. So all this chaos Esau is calling, you can see it's about to get very chaotic. All right. So the Lord warned us of these things, Revelation 2 and 10, because in the midst of all this chaos, Esau is going to come for the prophets. All right, Revelation 2 and 10 says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. All right, the persecution for the word. Yahweh Shai is speaking to his elect. All right, it says, behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison that ye may be tried. And this is a trial, all right, of faith. See if you're going to keep your faith. All right, especially when Esau is threatening you, because he's not going to play by the rules of the Constitution. All right, fair trials and none of these things. You know, he gonna cut the lights out, so to say. It's gonna get very dark. You know what he does in the dark, man. He does nothing but wickedness in the dark. It says, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. It's a period of time. All right. And 10 is perfection. It says, be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. All right. Let's see what it said in the NIV. It says, do not be afraid of what you are about to suffer. I tell you, the devil will put some of you in a prison to test you. See, it's a test. It says, you will suffer persecution for 10 days. Be faithful even to the point of death, and I will give you life as your victor's crown. Okay, everlasting life. Verse 11 says, he that hath the ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. He that overcometh shall not be hurt of the second death. Because in the midst of all this, that the solution will be the all right. You go into the law. We brought this out many times before. We go into the law. Let's see. See if we can pull it up real fast. Okay, it's not showing up as that. Maybe it's spelled different. Yeah, AUL. So, going back to the law, Exodus 21 and 6. And this links up with Revelation 13 and 16. Exodus 21 and 6, it says, Hebrew servants. Exodus 21 and I'll start from the top one. It says, these are the laws you are, it's like it. Now these are the, I was reading in IV. It says, now these are the judgments which thou shalt set before them. If thou buy a Hebrew servant, 6 years he shall serve, and in the 7th he shall go out free of nothing. If he came in by himself, he shall go out by himself. If he were married, then his wife shall go out with him. All right. It says, if his master have given him a wife, and she have borne him sons or daughters, the wife and her children shall be her master's, and he shall go out by himself. It's like it, but pretty much you come in with nothing, you leave with nothing. You come in with something, you leave with it, which is fair. And if the servant shall plainly say, I love my master, all right, and Esau, he is the master of this world, okay, but not of the elect. The Lord say, basically, none of his is lost. None of them can be plucked out of our hands. Our master is Yahweh Bashmi Hashai. It says, and if the servant shall plainly say, I love my master, my wife, and my children, I will not go out free. And basically, we're under servitude of Esau, okay, by the contracts, birth certificates, and Social Security. All right, those are all contracts of slavery. That's your number. That's your slave number. Social Security number, that's your slave. That's your tag. Okay, inmate, whatever your Social Security number is. Okay, you're just a number. You know, they give you the option to have a name at birth to make you think, you know, you're somebody, so you don't realize you're in an actual prison. But as soon as that child is born, those contracts have to be made, because now that child is a slave and he has to pay taxes, tribute. Okay, so we're under slavery, servitude to the banking elites. It says, and if the servant shall plainly say, I love my master. All right, and a lot of our people love Esau, Edom. All right, my wife and my children, I will not go out free. That's why Yahweh Shai said in the New Testament, if any man love father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. All right, because you might lose, you might lose your wife, your children, whatever. But Yahweh Shai just said in Revelation 2:10, be faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. So whatever you lose, you're gonna receive your family, your wife, your children. You're gonna receive them back in the kingdom. Okay, just that's why Scripture says it's impossible to please Him without faith. You got to believe that you're gonna receive them back. If you don't have faith, then this is just not for you. Because all we're given is the words, the promises, and we have to believe them. That's all we're given. All right. Scripture say faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Verse 6, Exodus 21:6 says, then his master shall bring him unto the judges. All right. To basically solidify, to approve of this, to put the stamp on it, bring him to the judges. All right. He shall also bring him to the door or unto the doorpost, and his master shall bore his ear with an awl, and he shall serve him forever. Okay. So basically, this is what Esau is trying to do right now. Okay, you see this, and you search up all, you see the sharp instrument right here? All right. Be pierced. Pierced right here. Okay. So Esau's modern day awl. Let's get it real quick. This is his modern day awl right here. Oh, you even got, look, medical, futuristic, everything you need to know before you get an RFID implant. Look at that. See, boy, this I don't remember this showing up before. But, the agenda has to be pushed now. Okay? Agenda's being pushed.
Hi, this is Dr. Bertalan Meskó, the medical officer could do the job. It's highly recommended to do it with a surgeon. And dangerous things
and program for people, and then from that point,
I don't have time to sit here talk about more of a visual. I can probably get some pictures.
it's becoming mainstream
and listen to that. All right, let's go back. All right, you can see here modern day all right here, right? So this is what Esau is trying to perform on you Israelites. All right, he wants to put you in perpetual slavery, because with this device underneath your skin, he will be able to track you, control your money, control everything about you. He can cut you off, cut your chip off, cut it on. Okay, so he's trying to perform this very same act. All right, and he's bringing forth the chaos to establish his new world order. But as Yahushua said, be faithful unto death, and he will give us a crown of life. So with that, Lord, so that I find until next time, giving all praise to Yahweh Shai. Shalom.